Hello everyone, well today I'm going to be unboxing, assembling and having a first look at a new Shark vacuum cleaner. This model is brand new in the UK. It looks very similar to other Shark models I've reviewed on my channel, but this one has a brand new brush roll that is supposed to eliminate pet hair or even human hair wrapping around it, so you shouldn't have to clean it manually. That's what it says on the box. Whether that works in practice, I'll find out when I do a demonstration. But without any further ado, let's get this machine opened and assembled. Okay then, let's get this vacuum cleaner opened. Full disclosure, I was given this vacuum free of charge from Shark UK in exchange for my review, and also of course I'm going to give it a demonstration on YouTube. And most of the vacuum cleaners that I demonstrate on my channel, I would say about 95% of them I do pay for, but in the few instances where manufacturers or retailers give me the machines, I do actually say at the beginning of the video. So here is the quick start guide. This particular model is AZ910UK and it is a duo clean powered lift away with anti-hair wrap technology, or if you're watching this in the US of A, I think they call it 0M technology over there. This will be pretty easy to assemble, much the same as a lot of the Shark upright cleaners I've shown you on this channel. First out is the cleaner head with this new brush roll. And I'm glad to see, I'll just explain something in a minute. Now some Shark cleaners, including my own brother's, have had problems with this part splitting. But Shark were very good in my brother's case. It was still under guarantee. They sent him a whole new head. But this has been changed, so I'm assuming that Shark have obviously realized there was a problem with some models of their uprights and have completely changed this part. So fingers crossed, this should stay intact. This machine has a 5-year guarantee. Just register it with Shark when you purchase it. You can do that online on their website. So here's the new brush roll with the anti-hair wrap. It's also of course a duo clean model, so you have the soft roller at the front that's designed to pick up larger debris and also clean finer dust off hard floors. I'm not sure, yes it does come out. That will get grubby from time to time, so you can take that out and give it a clean. There is a way of getting into the brush roll. There's 3 turn screw heads here. You can use a key or a coin or even a screwdriver if you want to, and you can remove the whole base plate to check for any blockages. But you shouldn't, in theory, have to clean any threads or fibers or hairs from this brush roll because it is supposed to clean itself as you're using it. So that is something that a lot of people complain about with upright cleaners and cylinder cleaners that have rotating brushes, either a power nozzle or a turbo nozzle, that hairs do wrap around them. So hopefully Shark have solved that problem with this new brush roll. So there we go. There is the cleaner head, and I assume, I'll have to check the instructions, but there's a light here. Normally heads like this do have an auto cutout, so if you get anything caught in the brush roll, it will switch off automatically and a light will illuminate to alert you of the problem, and then you obviously you have to clear the obstruction, and it should work again when you switch it back on. So there's the main difference to this cleaner. Here we have the powered hose, because this is a powered lift away, which basically means you can lift away the suction pod and clean under low furniture and still have the rotating brushes, but also you can lift away the suction pod for cleaning out the car and your stairs, etc. So this looks very similar to other Shark machines I've looked at recently. You've got a 3-position slider here. One is for thick carpet and area rug, carpet and low pile, and then there's a hard floor setting. There's no on-off switch on this. I think the on-off switch will be actually on the suction pod of this particular model. Next out, I think it's the wand. In a rose gold colour. There are probably other variants of this. This is, I believe, the pet version. There's probably another version of this which will have a different colour wand. It'll be much the same, but without the small turbo nozzle, which should be in the box. But yes, pretty lightweight. You've got an aluminium wand. So that forms the handle of the cleaner when you're using it in upright mode, but of course it also forms the wand when using it in lift away mode. I'll just pop that there. Next, we have got, if I can get it out, actually I'll get this out first, it'll be easier. We've got some other bits and pieces in this box. These are the small cleaning tools. So, there we go, just pull it off. This is your combined crevice and dusting tool. So that's for your nooks and crannies, reaching up high for your cobwebs, down the side of your sofa for the crumbs or inside your car. And you've got this soft brush which you can pull forward. It will be stiff because it's new. There we are. That can be used for dusting tops of books, tops of your pelmets, skirting boards, that sort of thing. Again, that will push back. But this is a new nozzle, so it will take a while to loosen up. They always are a bit stiff when they're brand new. Now, there's something else in this box that's new to me anyway, but this isn't. This is your general upholstery nozzle with litter pickers for helping pick up pet hair. So this is for your delicate upholstery and your curtains. You can use it on your stairs, of course. Use it on your car seats. It swivels as well. But another new nozzle, certainly new to the UK, is this pet hair remover. This is an air-powered nozzle, so it works on the suction of the vacuum. Totally new design to me. Slightly less wide than some of the Shark nozzles I've looked at in the past, but it's got a very different brush roll. In fact, it doesn't have brushes. Instead of brushes, we've got these sort of silicone or rubber, what would you call those, blades I suppose. So that is supposed to pick up the pet hair off maybe your upholstery, your pet bedding, maybe your stairs you could use that on. And judging by the looks of this, it shouldn't get wrapped around. Again, using the anti-wrap technology. You can see it's clear, and you can see the turbine there that will obviously rotate at high speed when it's connected to the end of the hose. Looks like you can open this up as well. I'll be looking at this in a bit more detail for you, checking the instructions obviously, because this is completely new to me. I didn't know what this model was going to be, there we go, until it arrived on my doorstep. But you can see that opens up fully in order for you to clear it out if it gets blocked up. Don't pick up anything hard or sharp with this nozzle because you could possibly break these vanes. It'll still work, but it'll probably make it a bit noisier and it'll vibrate a lot. So just be careful what you pick up with this nozzle. Just use it for your general cleaning, but no sort of bits of gravel or stones, obviously. Now, finally, we've got the suction unit itself. Out that comes, and it's a pretty light one. I have featured a Big Daddy Shark on this channel, and this is certainly a lighter version. Again, we've got the nice rose gold accent colour, nice comfortable handle. You can obviously, it's for carrying the pod like this, but it's also for carrying the machine when it's fully assembled as an upright. And yes, it does have the on-off switch actually on the unit, and also we've got the lift away button. So let's get this assembled and we'll switch it on for the first time and I'll give you my first impressions. So here we have all the component parts ready for the quick assembly process. So the first thing we need to do is attach the wand to the main Duo Clean floor head. This end of the wand fits into the floor head with the Shark logo at the top and facing front. So basically just insert it into the floor head until it clicks into position. Next, insert the handle into the top of the wand until it clicks into place. Now fit the suction pod to the wand by sliding it down into place until it clicks into position. With the grey button uppermost, insert the free end of the power hose into the pod like this. To secure the hose, push it into the hose clip at the back of the wand. The two small accessories fit onto the back of the cleaner here. Two hooks are fitted to store the cord, a fixed lower hook and a top swivel one. So that's the Shark vacuum cleaner fully assembled. For those of you interested in technical specifications, this machine is fitted with a 750 watt suction motor and an 80 watt power head motor. With Shark's anti-hair wrap technology, maintenance on the brush roll should be reduced, but obviously you still have to empty the machine on a regular basis and clean the filters from time to time. To empty it, you need to remove the bagless unit. There are just two little levers here. You just pull those up either side of the handle to remove the unit for emptying. Take it to your bin and then press the button at the bottom. They don't tend to open when they're first new, but obviously when there's dirt in, that should just open, allowing the debris to fall into your bin. If you need to empty any more, if there's dirt that doesn't come out, you can, of course, with most Shark cleaners, open up the top as well by pressing the catch here. And any dirt that's gathered around this central cone, you can tip it up that way. Now this is part of the filtration system in the middle, this mesh cone here. Now occasionally this can get wrapped around, especially if you've got long haired people or pets, or other debris can get caught round this, so you do need to clean it from time to time. Just keep an eye on that every time you empty the machine and make sure that that is free of any loose debris, because if that blocks up, you'll reduce the suction of the vacuum. You can give all this a bit of a wipe out with a damp cloth from time to time, but I wouldn't submerge this whole unit in water. So keep it emptied on a frequent basis, preferably before it reaches this max fill line. The Premotor filters are located under the dirt bin, and you'll see them every time you remove the container for emptying. Shark recommend you clean these at least every 3 months, but if you use your machine a lot, you might find more regular cleaning would be beneficial. To remove the first filter, you simply pull up here. This is made of sponge. You can separate this from the filter cage and you can give that a rinse underwater. You can also submerge it underwater. It's not recommended you use detergent, but I have in the past, but Shark don't recommend it. Clean it, squeeze it out and leave it somewhere to dry, but not over direct heat. This can be cleaned as well in a little bit of mild detergent. Rinse it and make sure it's thoroughly dry. Also clean the seal around the top. There is a further filter located under there, so you just have to pull that out. There's no little tab. On some Shark cleaners there's a tab to help you remove it, but on this one there isn't. But that is also washable. Again, wash it at least every three months and make sure it's thoroughly dry before putting it back in the machine. Obviously this part of the filter goes in first, and then you reassemble the donut shaped sponge filter, pop it back on the filter cage like that, and then it just fits in like that, and then of course the unit, the bagless unit, goes on the top of that. There is a final filter, an exhaust filter, located behind this grill. There is a little catch underneath here to remove the front, and then you can take this out. This can also be cleaned under running water, but you shouldn't really have to deal with this very often. Maybe once a year, have a look at that. That will turn black, but mainly due to the carbon dust that the motor produces. There's also another filter here, this foam block. So they can be cleaned, reassembled after they're dry, of course, and placed back into the machine. Pop the cover on, you locate it at the top first, and then push it down until it clicks. Some of you familiar with vacuum cleaners might remember the EU label. Now they have changed the label, They don't have to provide information on dust pickup from hard floors or carpets anymore, but cleaners sold in the EU, which includes the UK at the moment, at the time of making this video, they still have to conform with a minimum level of noise, which in this case is 80 decibels, so it has to be 80 decibels or under, and the wattage also has to be under 900 watts. Those regulations are still in force, and even when we do eventually leave the EU in the UK, the vacuum cleaners that are sold here will probably still have those regulations in place. So don't expect a return of the very high wattage vacuums we had of the past. It's no bad thing, to be honest. I find a lot of these lower wattage machines do work as effectively as some machines that use up to 3 times the electricity. Okay, I've unraveled the flex, so let's plug this Shark in. We'll give it a quick go for my initial reaction. So I'm expecting this to sound pretty quiet. Obviously, watching a YouTube video, it's very hard for you to judge how noisy a vacuum cleaner is, but I'll soon tell you if I think this is unpleasantly loud. So we'll switch on the machine. I'll just select the carpet low pile setting on the handle, turn it on and give it a push. That is very, very pleasantly quiet. If you're watching this in the USA, I know you have higher wattage machines, maybe up to 1400 watts. So the Sharks that you get may be a little bit noisier, but in the UK and the EU, we certainly get much quieter vacuums. It's very pleasantly sounding. It's not got a high-pitched scream. That motor sounds very nice, very pleasant to the ears. And this is a slightly smaller and lighter version to the Big Daddy Shark I showed you on my channel. So I do find it slightly easier to push. It seems to be a lot easier to manage if you can't cope with a heavy vacuum. And it's got the nice sturdy handle here, so you can carry it up the stairs as a complete unit. But also, of course, we've got the lift away function, which is one of my favourite features of Shark vacuum cleaners. When they first introduced it, it wasn't a powered lift away, and I thought at the time, how good would it be to have power running through to the actual motorised head. The old models, as soon as you lifted the container away, you couldn't power the brush. But nowadays, of course, we can, so you just press the lift away button and then the suction pod comes away. Now this of course is ideal for taking out to the car like this. Obviously you can disconnect the wand. There is a handle release just here and you can pull that out and then use the machine like this in your car. So it's much more easy to handle. Also, of course, for cleaning your stairs, it's easier to handle too. So onto the end of the nozzle, you can put the small tools, or of course, the turbo brush, which is here. We'll fit the turbo brush. So it's just a push fit. We'll see the turbo brush going. This might add to the noise of the cleaner. These turbo brushes often do. So as you could hear, this nozzle does add to the noise level of this Shark vacuum cleaner, but obviously it's a nozzle that you'll only use from time to time. The main unit itself, both the suction motor and the brush roll motor, are very quiet. So my first impressions of this Shark vacuum cleaner are, it's nothing very new and exciting from Shark. Not for me. If you've never had a Shark before, you might think it's new and exciting. But I've of course have used a lot of Shark cleaners on this channel. So for me, it's a small upgrade, but an upgrade that is well overdue, especially if you have pets or long-haired people in your house. Whether this anti-wrap technology works remains to be seen, but just behind me we have Daisy, who will be providing some of the hair in order to test this feature out. In the meantime, I'll leave it there for now. I will be doing a full demo of this machine. I'll show you how it performs on carpets, on hard floors, how easy it is to use the suction unit on stairs and possibly inside the car. And of course, I will be putting down quite a lot of Daisy's hair to see if the anti-wrap technology really does work. But first impressions, it's a good machine from what I know of Shark. 5-year guarantee. Don't forget to register that with Shark to get your full 5 years. And one thing I'm glad to see, they seem to have improved the little hose that connects this unit to the machine, this hose down here, which can split. That seems to be a completely different material, so fingers crossed the problem that some people have had with previous models won't be repeated. So until the next time, thanks for watching. If you have any comments or questions about this Shark or any Shark vacuum cleaners I've featured on this channel, please comment below. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell icon, and you'll be notified when I upload a new video on this Shark cleaner and all the other vacuum cleaners and carpet washers I feature on this channel. So until then, thanks for watching again, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.